Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here with Switch Adapted Toys, and today I'm going to be showing you how to adapt the Fisher-Price Link Squad Crawl and Color Chameleon. This is a part of their Link Squad lineup. It basically replaced the Linkables line. What's nice about these toys is that they interact with one another, so if you have multiple toys, all you really need to do is adapt to one, and they all kind of talk and sing together, which is kind of fun. This toy is pretty easy to adapt. I'll walk you through the whole process. If you're new to our channel or you just stumbled across this video, at Switch Adapted Toys, we're a 501c3 nonprofit that teaches people how to adapt toys. So basically, we're going to rewire this so that these buttons can be activated by an external switch. And that switch it's more accessible for kids with disabilities. And if you want to find out more about Switch Adapted Toys, you can do so on our website at www.switchtoys.org. If you like this video, if you found it helpful, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe. It really does help us out in a huge way, and that way you stay up to date on all our latest videos. Alright, so without further ado, let's just jump right in. We're going to start by removing all of the screws on the back of the toy. Alright, now that we've got those screws out, we need to remove the 4 screws that are on the bottom part of the toy. Alright, so with all those screws removed, we can remove kind of the bottom wheel section of the toy. That's where the battery is located, so just make sure you're not going to pull those cords out. And then we can separate the 2 halves. Just like that. Now there are 2 screws that hold down this circuit board that we also need to take out. And we can set this wheel aside. Circuit board over. Alright, next what we need to do is remove the 2 screws in this white section of the toy. And there we go. Alright, so now that we've got everything opened up, there are 2 buttons that we're going to adapt. The first one is the wheel on top of the toy. It basically does sing songs and does colors. It's this switch right here. So in order to adapt this one, we're going to solder our headphone jack wires to these 2 points right here, basically the 2 outside dots on this switch. And to adapt the ABC 1, 2, 3 button, well, we're going to solder one of our headphone jack wires to this point right here on the circuit board, and the other one to this little circle right there. So before we do that, we need to drill holes in the toy so that we can get our headphone jack wires into the toy. And we're going to do that in this back plate. Basically right up here by the Fisher-Price logo is where we're going to drill our holes, and then we can fish our headphone jack wires through them. So a quick note about our headphone jacks. I'm using a mono headphone jack, so it's just got 2 wires. These are by far the easiest way to do this, is to find a mono headphone jack. You can use a stereo. We have plenty of videos on how to use stereo, but if you can find mono, it is so much easier. So go on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description to the ones that we use, and pick some of these up, because it's definitely a time saver. And I'm just going to fish my wires through. So before I go to solder my wires to the board, what I like to do is get a little bit of solder on the tips just to start with. It just makes things a lot easier when I go to actually solder them to the circuit board. So before I solder my wires to the board, what I like to do is get a little bit of solder on the tips of the wires. It just makes things a lot easier when I go to actually attach it to the board. Alright, now I can go ahead and solder them to the circuit board. And I'm just going to basically reheat up the solder that I had on the wire and get it to stick to those points. Again, we're doing the 2 outside points here. And it doesn't need to look pretty. As long as metal's touching metal, you should be fine. Just so that you don't burn up that circuit board too badly, I like to use a flux pen, and that will kind of help prevent the circuit board from burning up. And I would go ahead and give your wires a little bit of a tug and just make sure that they are good and secure. And now before we go ahead and put everything back together, it's a good idea to test everything and make sure that it works. So I've got one of our 3D printed switch buttons, and we've got the files for these on our website. I'm just gonna plug in a button, turn the toy on, and like I said, make sure that everything works. There we go, that one works. And let's go ahead and check the other one. All right, that worked too. All right, so now we're gonna start kind of putting everything back together. And I'm going to start by putting this white piece back into place. And I'm gonna go ahead and screw down those 2 screws. All right, now we can put the circuit board back into place. So we just wanna make sure we're not pinching any wires. All right, and the next thing we want to do is we want to secure these headphone jack wires so that if a child were to yank on them, it doesn't just disconnect everything that we just did. So I'm going to take out some of the slack here. And now I'm going to put a zip tie around the wire on the inside of the toy. That's going to act like a barrier, just preventing a child from accidentally pulling those cords out. And you want to make sure that you're placing those zip ties in a place where they're actually going to engage with the outside of the toy before it would actually pull on the connections. If you put the zip tie way down here, it may not actually ever reach the outside, and it's just going to pull the connections out. So you just want to find that kind of happy medium, but you don't really want a whole bunch of extra wire inside the toy because it'll make it hard to close it all up. And I'm going to snip off the extra zip tie. And then what I like to do, just for a little extra security, is I like to use some CA glue or some super glue and just kind of glue those zip ties in place and just kind of make sure everything gets locked down. And then you can use some activator, and that will basically instantly dry that glue. All right, now we can reattach the wheel, and there's this little bit on one of the ends that needs to go on the switch side. And then we can put the 2 halves of the toy back together, making sure that we don't pinch any wires. And then it fits on the base. And then all that's left is to screw in all the screws. All right, so let's test it and just make sure that everything still works. There we go. All right, that's basically it. If you like this video, if you find it helpful, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe to stay up to date on all our latest videos. If you want to find out more about Switch Adapted Toys, you could do so on our website at www.switchtoys.org. There we've got a ton of resources all about Switch Adapting Toys. We've got all of our manuals on there. We even have files for you to 3D print your own Switch button. And we're posting new stuff there all the time as well. So check that out. And if you've got a group or an organization and you want to adapt toys kind of on a bigger scale for kids in your community, you could form what we call a Switch chapter, where we kind of help walk you through that process. Locally here in Columbia, we have a local nonprofit called Pascal's Pals that donates a bunch of toys to us every year, about 200 toys or so that we give out at Christmas time. We get the community members to help us adapt it. So we've basically taken that model and we are now basically across the country. So if that's something that you're interested in bringing to your community, you can find out more about that on our website. Again, it's www.switchtoys.org. Lastly, if you're interested in a Switch adapted toy, but doing it yourself just isn't your thing, that is totally fine. We have an Etsy shop. We sell some pre-adapted toys, and I'll adapt them for you and send them out. They'll be ready to play with, and the proceeds help support what we're doing here. We also have some t-shirts and a little bit of merch on there as well if you're looking to support us in that way. It really does mean to the world to us, all the support we've gotten, and we want to continue doing this. So check that out, and I guess that's it. I'm Eric with Switch Adapted Toys, and we'll see you next time.
Switch Adapted Toys, making play possible.